All right, what's up, guys? It is Sunday, February 23rd. I definitely already did the analysis, but I was not recording, so I'll make this super quick and we'll just go over what I have done already. Let's see, what screen am I sharing? Okay. All right, so the dollar, I'm not really going to go over. I mean, our analysis played out really well last week, but for the dollar, we came into that order block that we had marked last week and it just sold off. So for me, we're definitely in a downtrend here. And so I just put, that we can either continue this downtrend and continue to test this support area. And that would look like price opening and taking out last week's low and then coming up higher, either just to tap into this order block here, or we could come up and sweep that high and come into this imbalance here. And that would look like a rejection wick of some sort around Tuesday or Wednesday, and we pivot and we sell deeper. The bullish analysis that I had is we would open higher first and then tap into this order block right here and sell. Then we take out last week's low. And this would kind of be like Monday, Tuesday-ish. And then we could turn around and break structure here. So we would be breaking our new high. Or this could also result in a lower high, or I mean, excuse me, a higher low. And then we turn around, but we're going to keep this like this for now. But I mean, it could either or. We can make a new low or we can make a higher low, and then price turns around to break bullish structure around Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we just start moving to the upside, whether that be to make a new swing high here eventually, or we just want to come into our lower time frame imbalances um, to and respect this high right here and then move lower. There's a lot of tariff events happening. We saw, I think it was last week, but Trump canceled the tariffs on Canada. I think they came to a deal in regards to they sent like troops to their border to secure the border. So there was like a negotiation there between them and resulted in canceled tariffs. So, that could be something that we see more of. Possibly, not too sure, but that will have significant effect on whether or not the dollar keeps wanting to move lower and keeps weakening. Let's see. So that's pretty much what I had for the dollar. So we could just reread. So I said last week, price retraced to the weekly candle and sold to make a new low. Price has reached our buying point of interest and trendline liquidity that had been marked. There's still room to sell lower in the overall weekly uptrend without breaking that swing low. Price may continue to hold the weekly uptrend or break lower. Um, and then I have the options that I just went through here. So as far as the NASDAQ, so last week price did sell into pretty close into our trendline liquidity. It's not quite there yet. It's still respecting the swing low in this trend. But what we did is I just threw a Fibonacci on the weekly candle that is bearish and just simple. Um, keeping it pretty simple. Either price is going to continue to go lower into this trendline liquidity right here, or it could go lower into this is an hourly buying point of interest. There's order blocks, imbalance, and liquidity here on the hourly time frame. Or of course, we could continue to move lower into more significant objectives, which we have equal lows here, equal lows here. And then this is an overall buying point of interest box I set here because of these liquidity pools and also because it is the support area of the swing low in the macro uptrend. So pretty simple. Price opens lower, takes out the high, or takes out the low of the week, retraces Tuesday, Wednesday, pivots to the downside. Other option would be price opens higher and then pivots. We get here by Tuesday, Wednesday, and it wants to pivot higher. Price could come lower into this area as well, could come lower into here. You know, it doesn't really matter to me, but for the sake of these arrows, I just left it there. So I had wrote price failed. I'm probably typing typos all the time. Price failed to make a new high last week and it sold significantly near the trend line liquidity. Price has yet to sweep that trend line and it will either respect it or retrace to push lower again. There are lower objectives resting below that could get taken as price is returning to the sell side. And then these options I just explained to you guys here. And as far as US 30, so US 30 is a little bit more clear. We have a significant bearish weekly order block on the weekly time frame here. So we definitely like those. We talk about those a lot. We have one here. We have imbalance between this wick and here. It didn't tap it yet. And then of course we made it to our golden zone on the 3-week order block we've been watching for quite some time now. So we finally made it, that would be this order block, into that golden zone. We do have the ability to come lower and still respect this swing low and this order block. This is our optimal trade entry. So if price is giving us a bearish weekly candle, it's very likely that we will see price go lower into this optimal trade entry here. So same thing, right? Our option is what I like right now is price opens lower, fills that imbalance on the weekly, taps that weekly order block that's bullish, and then we use that to retrace and tap the bearish order block. This would be Tuesday, Wednesday, and we would pivot back to the downside to go lower into these fib levels here of that higher time frame 3-week order block. So basically, we're using the fractal weekly objectives to bounce into the higher time frame 3-week objective. That would be some order flow that I think is highly likely to happen. And then, of course, we have our second option. We don't open lower. We actually open higher first, and then we sell. That would be then our lower. This would be our Tuesday, Wednesday, where we begin to pivot to the upside. Again, that could either be to make a lower high, or we could, of course, go up because to make a new high, but also this is there's liquidity resting here. There's macro equal highs as well. So yeah, so pretty simple. I actually like this one the best. It's just really simple, straightforward. You got a lot of higher time frame signals, which is a lot better than lower time frame. So we said here, last week price sold off into the 3-week golden zone that we have been watching. Price did not completely fill the weekly imbalance there or tap the weekly order block. There is still much room to sell, and the 3-week optimal trade entry is below as well. Price left a bearish weekly order block last week. And then the options here I just explained to you. So that one's pretty simple too. But yeah, so I apologize for not recording. It happens sometimes, but this is kind of like a good summary video, I guess, for everybody. But yeah, I hope everybody has a blessed trading week. Thank you so much for watching. I had somebody request that I screenshot and share the actual like typed message into the Discord group. So if that's something that you want to utilize as a resource, it will be in the Discord. So if you're watching on YouTube, the link to join the Discord is in my YouTube bio, and I think it's actually even in the description of the videos. So just join and I'll have these readily available for everybody to use. But yeah, anyway, have a blessed trading week, and I will see you back here next week for next week analysis.